Good morning students, I am Purnima and I welcome you all to my class of English. Children, today we are going to revise the last leaf once again and we will be doing the question, all the important question answer, extra question answer which came in the sample paper. Okay, and the question answer which are very important and how to write long, short MCQ forms of question answer. So we will be discussing the all the type of textual exercises, question answer, long question answer, short question answer, and how to answer it in a proper format. So first of all children, I am going to revise the important point of the last leaf which is written by O. Henry. O. Henry, he was born in 1862 and he died in 1910. He was born under the name of William Sidney Potter in Greensboro, North Carolina. His short stories are popular throughout the world for their wit, for their clever wordplay, and unexpected twisted ending. His prolific writing period began in 1902 in New York City. He wrote 381 short stories in New York. So that was really a great amount. A person writing 381 short story, it was not an easy thing to write. He wrote one story a week. So children, in a week he almost used to write one whole story for over a year. The New York World Sunday magazine, some of his famous short stories are The 4 Million, The Gift of Maggie, The Cop and the Anthem, and The Last Leaf. So children, this story which we are going to revise once more here, this is also among one of the famous story of the world. So let me tell you what is the theme of the story. There are basically three themes of the story, which is based on friendship, which is based on sacrifice, and we should always have positive thinking. Otherwise we will not get well soon if we are suffering from some illness. So this story is rotating around three themes. First, we should be a strong bond should be there between friends. A true friendship should be there between friends. One should be loyal with each other. Second, sacrifice. One person should sacrifice his life for other, and then he will be the most happiest person in the world. I am against that. Like Breherman, he must not give his. He should not die. Breherman was such a gentle person that he had given his life for to save Johnsy in her illness. So the last leaf children, and children, the last thing is that one should have positive thinking if one want to get well soon. Okay, if you are a person with a negative thinking, even the medicine will not work on you and you will not get well. So I will be telling the short summary of the story. In this story, there are two friends, Sue and Johnsy, and Johnsy is suffering from pneumonia and links her illness with the leaves of ivy creeper. She is having this feeling when the last leaf of the ivy creeper will fall, she would also die. These negative thoughts of her makes her illness worse. No medicine can cure her now. No medicine would make her well. Now children, Sue tells her to think positively. When the doctor comes and he tells that she won't be alright if she will not think like that. So doctor tells her, the Sue, her friend, started taking care like a mother, and she tells her to stop thinking so pessimistically, but she keeps thinking negatively. Barrowman paint an artificial leaf. Sue informs about her illness to an artist named Behraman. Behraman paints an artificial leaves on the wall. One night it rains and storms heavily. Johnsy thinks that the leaf would fall any minute and she would die too. She peeps out through the window to see whether the leaf has fallen or not. Then she sleeps. In the morning when she wakes up, she again peeps out through her window and feels happy to see the leaf still on the creeper. Johnsy starts thinking positively. Sue tells her that the leaf looks quite green and healthy and it will not fall off the creeper ever, as in spite of the storm and the fierce wind, it did not fall. Now Johnsy also believes it. She smiles and starts to recover from her sickness. She gives her lots of hot soup. Now Johnsy thinks that she will recover soon. Behraman dies of pneumonia. Children, it is the old man who lives in the first floor. He suffers from pneumonia, and when her friend Sue goes to him, she tells about all the problem, and she tells that Johnsy is thinking she will die soon when the last leaf will fall. He had drawn a masterpiece. He had drawn a leaf, and children, which saves Johnsy from dying. In the rainfall, in the strong wind, he was suffering from fever. He took a ladder, he climbed on that ladder, put that leaves on that tree, and children, poor fellow, his illness increases and finally he died. But when the next morning after the storm, when Johnsy opened the window, she could see that the leaf is there, and now children, she is sure she will not die. So in this way, children, Behraman died of pneumonia that morning. He painted it the night the last leaf which did not fell, and Johnsy children started thinking that uh, Sue said that the leaf had become green and healthy and hence it would never fall. Now Johnsy also started thinking positively. She started thinking that she would not die. She started recovering rapidly. At last, Sue disclosed that the last leaf was not real but an artificial one which was painted by Behraman. Behraman dies of pneumonia. Okay, so finally Behraman dies and he had sacrificed her life for her. Now children, I would like to discuss as we have done this lesson 2 and 3 times we have revised, and today I am thinking to do the all the question answer textual and some additional important question answer from the sample paper. So our first question is, it is a textual question answer from your NCERT book. What is Johnson's illness? What can cure her? The medicine or the willingness to live? So Johnsy is a young artist. She was ill. She was suffering from pneumonia. But later on she suffered from a misconception that she would die soon as the last leaf on the creeper would fall down. The medicine had no effects on her. Her willingness to live could cure her. Do you think the feeling of depression Johnsy has in common among teenagers? Like life has two aspects, that is positive and negative. It depends upon us how we take it. Nowadays, it is very common that teenagers are getting depressed because of cutthroat competition. On the other hand, a majority of teenagers who take life positively and faces difficulties boldly never lose hope and always proceed further. Now, children, Behraman has a dream. What was his dream and does it come true? Of course, Behraman has a dream. And what was that dream? The dream was to paint a masterpiece in his life. He kept waiting for the opportunity to give it a practical shape. Yes, he could masterize his dream when he painted the last leaf of the ivy creeper. What is Behraman's masterpiece? What makes Sue say so? So children, what is Behraman masterpiece? Behraman masterpiece was the leaf which was drawn for to save Johnsy's life. Behraman was a 60-year-old artist who has a dream to paint masterpiece. His painting of an ivy leaf was his masterpiece, which saved the life of Johnsy as she thought it was not the artificial but the real leaf. It was such a painting that it was not easy to make. out whether the leaf was real or was it just a painting. When Behraman died, painting this life-saving work of art, Sue called it masterpiece, and hence children that dream of Behraman was also fulfilled. Now talk children, now we will do that question related with talk about it. Have you ever felt depressed and rejected? How did you overcome such feeling? Share your experience with your classmates. So children, share your experience with your classmate, that you have to write with your own. But then children, you can write, have you ever felt depressed and rejected? Children, you can give a lot of example. Definitely during the time of examination, sometime we feel depressed and rejected when our life is full of trouble. So you can mention some of the troubles where you felt rejected. Okay, and how at the same time children, you have to mention how you face that trouble boldly. Okay, sometimes we lost interest in something in the world, we become pessimism surrounds us. Okay, so lot of things are there. What kind of friend was Sue to Johnsy? Now, Sue and Johnsy were fast friends. They loved each other. In the state of illness, Sue helped her like a mother. She tried her best to take her friend out of depression. She seemed the happiest person on her friend's recovery from illness. So first of all, she took care of Johnsy like her own mother used to take. She used to cook soup for her. She used to divert her mind. She used to call doctor. In fact, children, she was making painting so that she could buy medicine also, because the money which they had was becoming lesser every day. Why did Johnsy keep looking out of the window? So children, during her illness, Johnsy linked her life with the falling leaves of the ivy, and hence she was in a state of depression. She kept looking out of the window in order to count the leaves. She had a misconception that she would die with the fall of the last leaf. What effort did Sue make to keep Johnsy cheerful? Sue was a true friend and tried her best to divert her attention and make her happy. She tried to create her interest in various things so as to take her friend out of depression. She talked about clothes, fashion, and painting. Children, why she talked about clothes and fashion and painting? Because children, a teenager girl or a young girl, they like to talk about these things only. They love to talk about clothes, they love to talk about fashions and painting, and kept whistling while working on the drawing board. What did the doctor tell Sue? The doctor said that she would not recover unless she had a wish to leave. Okay, the doctor said that she would not recover unless she had a wish to leave. It seemed to doctor that Johnsy had no willingness to leave in the state of depression. In such a state, no medicine could save her life. So the doctor advised Sue to try her best to take her friend out of that state. So the doctor advised Sue to try her best to take her friend out of that state. How did Bahraman react to Johnsy fancy? What sacrifice did he make for her? Bahraman knew about Johnsy's fancy, that she had established a link of her life with the last leaf on the creeper. He had a feeling that the last leaf would surely fall during a stormy and rainy night. He left the place and said nothing. In order to save her life, he decided to paint a leaf on the wall. He did it while keeping his life in danger. He fell to pneumonia and died soon, but he was happy that he had sacrificed his life for the sake of girl. And of course, let his master painting, his had drawn a masterpiece according to Sue. How did Sue inform Johnsy about Behram's death? So then Sue came to Johnsy's bed the next morning after Behram had died. She said that she had to say Johnsy something. Johnsy was getting well. After seeing that masterpiece, The Leaf, Johnsy now had a positive thinking, and Sue came to her and she told Johnsy that she had to say something. Then she broke the news of Behram's death. Behram had died of pneumonia. He was ill only for 2 days. He had been out in the stormy night. And why? You can guess all why. Why did the last leaf not fall? The life of Johnsy was very precious. The old artist realized this and painted a leaf on the wall in a stormy and rainy night. He painted the leaf so beautifully that it appeared natural. The leaf did not fall as it was not a normal natural leaf, it was just a painting. Describe the appropriateness of the title, or do you feel that this title is apt or not? So the title is quite appropriate. The whole story centers around the last leaf. It is the last leaf that saved Johnson's life. The sole aim of the old artist was to paint a masterpiece, and the masterpiece was the leaf painted on the wall. And the masterpiece was the leaf which was painted on the wall by Behram. Now, children, now a question is there. It's a short question in about 30 to 40 words. Children, you have to describe about the two young artists, Sue and Johnsy. So, Sue and Johnsy were two young artists. They shared a small flat on the third story of an old building. Johnsy fell seriously ill. She had a pneumonia. She was depressed and had lost all interest in life and in living itself. Johnsy friend Sue tried all her best to keep up her spirits and make her happy and comfortable. How did Sue try to revive Johnsy's interest in life and living? Sue was really a sincere and a devoted friend. She had known from the doctor that Johnsy has lost all interest in life. She was in deep depression. Sue tried her best to make Johnsy take interest in things around her. She talked about clothes and fashion. She tried taking Johnsy mind off her illness. She even whistled while painting in her room. What was Johnsy illness? Was her problem more psychological than physical? So, of course, children, we all know that her problem was mental. Mentally, she was very much upset, and Johnsy fell very seriously in November. She had pneumonia. Actually, her illness was less physical and it was more psychological. She suffered from depression and dejection. She would lie in her bed, just gazing out of the window. On examination, the doctor found that she had made up her mind to not to get well, because in spite of taking the medicine, she was not getting well. So doctor told her, until and unless she will not have a positive feeling, she won't be all right. No medicine will work. Question number 2. Being in constant depression, what fear and superstition had overpowered and taken possession of Johnsy's mind? Johnsy was seriously ill with pneumonia. She was highly depressed and lay in bed, looking vacantly out of the window. She would keep watching for hours the creeper up the opposite wall, shedding its leaves. She would count the number of leaves left on the creeper. She was obsessed with a foolish superstitious belief that she would die with the fall of the last leaf. Now, how did Sue pour out her worries to Behraman? What was his reaction? So, children, Behraman was a 60-year-old painter living on the ground floor. Sue poured out her worries about Johnsy to the old painter. She told that Johnsy was convinced that she would die when the last leaf would fall. Behraman called Johnsy stupid and foolish. As her mind was obsessed with the superstition, he did not say a word and went back to his room. He did not even tell Sue how he was going to help Johnsy and in what way. The last leaf has shown me how wicked I have been, said Johnsy, comment. So, children, when Barrymore painted the leaf, and Sue, she thought that it is a real leaf, and finally, children, she did not die because she had a positive attitude towards life. Okay, as the leaf did not fall, and she had a positive attitude of life. Okay, but Johnsy had a stupid obsession that she would die the moment the last leaf would fall from the creeper. But the last leaf did not fall even in the storm. It aroused a new urge for living in Johnsy. She realized how much pain Sue was taking to revive her interest in life. She was thankless not to respond favorably to her efforts. She should have cooperated with her. The last leaf has shown her how wicked and selfish she had been. She was only thinking of about herself. She was not thinking about anybody else. So children, now I am going to start doing some long question. What happened to Johnsy? Very easy. Johnsy was a young girl and lived with one of her friends. Both were artists. Both used to share the flat. She was suffering from pneumonia. Her friend Sue looked after her like a mother. She loved her very much. The doctor kept visiting Johnsy and had regular checkup. But there was no improvement in her condition. Her condition went from bad to worse. Both the doctor and Sue were worried. Later on it was found that she was depressed. In that state of mind, she lost her interest in everything. Sue kept lying calm, gazing through the window. She did not like to leave and suffered from misconception that she would die with the falling of the last leaf of the creeper. They tried to convince her, but it was all in vain. Why had the leaf not fallen the next morning? So, children, the leaf did not fall the next morning because, children, the whole story is revolving around, rotating around the leaf only. It was because Behraman, the artist who painted this masterpiece, the artist painted a leaf on the wall in order to save the life of Johnsy. As the story begins, we find Johnsy, the artist, lying in the bed. She was suffering from pneumonia. Her condition was very critical. There was no improvement in the condition. She had established a bond of her life with the ivy leaves, the ivy creeper. She had a misconception that her life will end with the last leaf. Berryman knew this thing. The night was very stormy. He knew that the leaf would fall that night. So he painted the leaf on the wall, putting his life in danger, and finally he died also. Thus, the last leaf had not fallen the next morning, but it was Behraman who had sacrificed his life just because of Johnsy. The last leaf is a story of supreme sacrifice discussed. This is also a very important question. The story reveals Behraman's sacrifice. He was a poor old artist. He had a dream to paint a masterpiece. Once Johnsy fell ill and established a bond of her life with the ivy leaves. One day Sue found her whispering this. Sue looked after Johnsy and she informed Behraman about her condition. It was a stormy night and there was a single leaf on the creeper. Behraman thought that the leaf would fall that stormy night, so he decided to paint the leaf on the wall that night. He painted the leaf so beautifully that it looked natural. But he got pneumonia that night and died 2 days after his painting. Hence, this story becomes a story of supreme sacrifice. Describe the role of Sue in saving her friend's life. Sue and Johnsy were good friends. Both of them were artists. They loved each other and shared the same room. One day, Johnsy fell ill. She was suffering from pneumonia. She believed that she would die with the falling of the last leaf on the ivy creeper. Sue looked after her like a mother. She tried to instill in her a desire to live a happy life. She kept whistling in order to make her happy and break her calmness. Whether her condition started deteriorating, she became anxious and informed Behraman about her condition. Behraman took it seriously. He painted the leaf on the wall to save her life. So Sue succeeded in saving her life, but at the same time, it was Behraman who died. Now, children, another type of question can come related with character sketch. So you have to find out the characters. So there are so many character sketch like Behraman, Sue, Johnsy. But I think, children, it is the Behraman character which is really interesting. So children, whenever you write a characteristic, you have to write some description. You have to write the starting in a very nice manner. You have to introduce, and then you have to choose the character and give few example from the book. So Behraman was a 60-year-old painter and he had a lifelong dream to paint a masterpiece. And you can write the first point can be he was a good masterpiece as he had painted the leaf on the wall, which really was taken as the real leaf by Johnsy, which saved her life. But he could not succeed in this regard. He lived on the ground floor in the same building. When Sue informed him about Johnson's condition and misconception about the last leaf, he became worried. But children, he was really a good person. He really cared for Johnsy, and he became worried when Sue came to her and told about Johnsy. He visited Johnsy to see her condition. Johnsy was sleeping at that time. He noticed the only leaf on the creeper. He did not say anything and went to his room. He painted the leaf. He was a kind person. Now, children, his next point can be, or third point can be, he was a kind person. He painted the leaf in the icy cold night. It was raining, and though he himself was suffering from fever, his clothes and shoes got wet. He was shivering with cold at night. Eventually, he suffered from pneumonia and sacrificed his life to save Johnson's life. So many things we can say. He was a kind-hearted person. He was really caring. Okay, and good artist. So many things we can say about here. Now, children, the old painter Behraman did create a masterpiece, but at the cost of his life. How far do you agree with this statement? The 60-year-old painter Behraman had a dream. His lifelong dream was to paint a masterpiece, but it had just remained a dream. Sue poured out her worries toward Johnsy to Behraman. She told him that Johnsy was convinced that she would die the moment the last leaf would fall from the creeper on the opposite wall. Behraman called it sheer foolishness. She should not have been so stupid. He came to Johnsy's room and saw her gazing at the creeper. He did not say a word and went back to his room. Behraman did create a masterpiece. The last leaf did not fall in the stormy night. The last leaf, children, the real last leaf, of course, it fell from this in the stormy night. The old painter rose to the occasion. He created a painted leaf in the night. The last leaf fell. In the stormy night, he found a ladder and a lantern and painted the leaf on the opposite wall. He weathered sharp wind and cold. He fell ill and died of pneumonia. He died, but not before creating his masterpiece, The Last Leaf. Christ died for the suffering humanity. Old Behmran died so that Johnsy could live. The masterpiece did come, but at a price, and the price was his own death. So, children, you can see. Now, children, you can write what is the role of our thought to make our life happy. So, we must, uh, we can say, children, we should help the person who's really needy. Okay, if somebody falls ill, we should take care. We should try to make her or him happy. So, a lot of points we can write here. So, children, with this, I end my this lesson. Today, this lesson is finished with all the important and additional question answer also along with the textual question answer. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.